Designing components in the assembly mode of SolidWorks come with a lot of advantages that you won't otherwise be able to tap into. In this video, I will teach you how to do just that and achieve a lot of new features and possibilities in your modeling. And in the process of doing that, I will expose you to a lot of new techniques and features. Take a look at this. We are in the second episode of my Dune Buggy series. You can see the shocks are stretched, but the spring is still in the compressed form. But once I rebuild my assembly, the springs adjust their length and they go to their right position. Let's just do that again, vice versa. It works the same. Now we have interference between the spring and the body of the shocks. And if I rebuild it, they will adjust themselves. Let's see how I do that. I am going to create a new assembly from scratch. So right now, it can only move between 50 and 250 millimeters from the body of the shock, and that's okay. Now, the spring. Okay, the fact that my spring is actually dynamic is because I have created this spring inside the assembly mode. And I have used the outer references from these two components that unbox this spring to define the length of my spring. And tell you what I mean. I am going to use this surface, exactly this surface, inside the assembly mode, and this one as the defining end planes of my spring. So whenever I move these, my spring has to follow order. All right, how do I do that? First thing we do here is to create a new component in the assembly mode. So click here, new part, and pick a different plane that cuts this component in half, which is this one, the top plane. Now I can draw a line from the center point here all the way to here. But because I have so many references and it's hard to connect my line to this surface, I would just connect it a little bit inclined, and then I click on that line, make it vertical, then it would just move vertically to where it should be. So far, I just drew one line that goes to the center of the shaft. That's it. Rebuild it and comes out of that. We are still in the editing mode of part 3. Let's just call it the spring part. And as you can see, it's highlighted in blue. That's why it means we are editing our component inside the assembly mode. All right, now that we have created the first line, let's just pick another plane, same plane, top plane, and start a sketch. We add the dimension, how thick you want your spring to be. 2 centimeters is fine. Put it here and make these two horizontal with the distance that you would like to have. I am not sure what I want, but this seems to be good because it's bigger than here. Now rebuild this. And go to the Features tab, go to Swept Boss, pick your profile, and pick your path. You won't see any preview because if I click OK, it does not make sense. It's super flat, and it would just create a component with 0 thickness. It does not make sense, but it does not show an error because you might do this, and it just gives you the benefit of the doubt that you do want to specify a twist value. A twist value means your profile does not just follow your path, it twists or rotates around it as it follows it. So if I set it to revolutions and I add to it, you can see the spring starts to form. Okay, so this is the spring. Now we have some interference which we want to, fix and solve. So let's just do that. Look, I'm going to use this plane and cut this excess material on the right side. So I will go to the Surface tab, pick Cut with Surface, click OK. Now we have made our spring, but does this mean if I move my shock, it would adjust the spring length? Let's check. So look at that. If I move it, the spring moves with it, and this plane, remember, this plane is coincident to this surface over here. But according to what we see or in the preview, it has moved. It cannot move because this surface has not moved. The plane has to stay where the surface is. So the preview is wrong. So once you rebuild, the plane moves back where it was and the spring adjusts its length because the spring will only follow the path just between these two planes. That's it. Okay, this was only one technique that I have used in the production of this Dune Buggy where it is. There are so many other things that I will need to teach you, and I will. And if you want to learn more about them, just watch the next video because it's part of a series. But if you want to be able to recreate stuff like this from scratch, I'm putting a link to a free course that I have prepared for you. I'm giving it away for free. So you can click there, sign up, and start learning SolidWorks my way. I teach it in a way that you won't forget it, and if it's you, go ahead, click sign up, get it, and start learning SolidWorks for free. If you would like to watch more of this Dune Buggy series, click on the video on the right, and if you want to learn more about assembly techniques, more essential SolidWorks, click on the video on the left. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe by the way.